Good morning, friends. It's Nancy, and I'm just here to show you what's on my desk. So I did finish creating the cover for my ballet journal, and it's all glued together. And this morning, I woke up at 3:30, and I laid there for about half an hour, which is 15 minutes longer than my rule. And I thought, all right, get up. And I feel like I slept all night. Feel good. So I thought, all right, well, I'm just going to come in here and work. Made a cup of tea and cleared off my desk, and here we are. So I finished choosing the papers for this journal, and they're all here and ready to go in the press. And for that reason, we're not doing any ballet journal stuff today. But I have been sort of fussing around with some other stuff I'll show you. And I've mentioned this before, I like to use a book press just to flatten out the pages and make them as nice as possible. Excuse me. So that I'll have lots of room in my journals for fluffy stuff, lace, journaling cards and tags and that kind of thing. I haven't talked to anybody yet today, so I'm coughing. Oh well. I do have to go out when the sun comes up. I went to the office yesterday to finish up some stuff. I don't know if I mentioned this or not. My laptop that I use for work, I thought it had a virus because I was getting all these weird pop-ups and bizarre stuff. So I called IT, which is always a nightmare. They want to know, did you turn it on and off? Yeah, I did, because I'm not stupid. And I was on hold for like an hour and a half. So I left a message, and the next day I had an email saying, oh, here's your call ticket number. Someone will be in touch. That was the 22nd of January. Still no laptop. So I called yesterday, and I was on hold for about 20 minutes before somebody finally answered. So I explained that I had called on the 22nd. Here's my number. Nobody's called me. Oh. So the IT folks, they're able to remotely access our computers, just check and see what's going on. Oh, he says, it looks like you turned off something. Okay, sure, yeah. Of course I turned off something. And then he said, so go here and go here and go here and click that and it. And that program was never on my laptop, so he had to reinstall, allegedly, because I allegedly uninstalled this thing. Anyway, so he was doing a manual scan. He said, just leave it, let it run. It's going to take all day. So I just left my computer there and came home. So I got to go this morning, pick it up so I can check in on all my people. I wanted to show you this cute little thing that I got in, I went to an online, well, I didn't go to. I bid on a few things on an online auction, and this was in some of the stuff. So it says, some observations on the diseases of Prunus Eduardi. So it's all about teddy bears. It says 1972. And it's just a little pamphlet, but it's funny. It says it was printed in the veterinary record. I thought that was cute. And this was also a private printing. Return of the Wild Geese. And I did see a date here, 1963. So it's just a couple of pages, and it's glued right to the front cover. Except it's not anymore. Must have been an Elmer's glue stick. So I've been continuing to do some, hello Gibson, here he comes, some use it or lose it. I'm sorting through paper because I wanted to put some scrapbook paper in my ballerina journal there. And I found this. This is a Graphic 45 Renaissance Fair collection. I don't know how long I've had this, but if I don't take this out, cut it apart, and make something out of it, it will never ever get used. So I'm keeping that on my desk. I also found a pile of stamp tags that weren't finished. So I still have a bunch to load, but I finished them. They're sewn, inked, raring to go. But I did get out my stamps and do some stuff last night. So these will be going on my Etsy today. This one is all fruits. Hi. Each one has a minimum of 12 stamps, but you can see this one has 8 and 7 is 15. This one is all purple flowers. Hi, baby. This one's all fish with sort of brown tones. This one is all green fish. And this one's all shellfish. So there's shells and crabs. I got a few I haven't bagged up yet. So this one is all, even the paper's got roses on it, but these are all roses. This one is all flowers with blue backgrounds. This one's spring, so there's bunnies and tulips and baby ducks and baby ducklings, little lambs, Gibby. Yeah. This one has love and hearts. This one's all circus, so there's clowns and you know, performers. This one's all fish with blue backgrounds. I thought this was really pretty. So those will be going on my Etsy today. I turned on the coffee and I can smell it. It must be almost totally brewed. I also did, well, you knew I was working on blue fabric. So I have there's 100 pieces of blue fabric in these. And this is strips of blue fabric, a piece of snippet roll, and there's I believe 40 2.5-inch squares of fabric. So those will be going on Etsy today. Yeah, Gibby. So let me show you what I've been working on. I turned on, after my last video where I had all kinds of nightmares with my cover, and I thought I'd ruined it twice. First with the orange ink, because my our glitter glue came out orange, and then with the pressing the fabric in with the ruler, and it transferred pink ink onto my cover. Yeah, so I just wanted to relax and not work on anything too dangerous. So I turned on a video, and I think this one was Rose and Pearl. So I just made a couple of these little taggy things. So it's made out of book page. What are you doing? He's chewing. Are you chewing on something? No, you're being a good boy for a change. Oh, that's good. He's trying to figure out what I'm doing up. This is his time to wander around. Just looking for a tag I can use to... Oh, I've got tags here. So, there's a spot there, and two on the front. Now I gotta fix that. Well, I'm gonna be sewing around these anyway, so I guess I don't really have to fix it. So I made those, and I only started watching her, so I don't know too much about Rose and Pearl. And she said this was based on Two Silver Oranges video, I think. I ended up doubling up the background, so I took a bigger piece of book page, folded it in half so it had a little more strength, and I stitched around it. So mine's slightly different than Rose and Pearl, but in general. So I did that. Those ones need to be filled. And then I turned on Shabby Dabby Doodah, and she was doing Roxy Creations challenge. So the idea being you create as many of one thing as you can in 45 minutes. So she was making book page tags and backed book page onto a 6x6 pad, I think. I used a file folder, and the book page I used is Swedish or something. I think it's Swedish. And then I have little boxes of desk ephemera right in front of me. I just grabbed that and started pulling things out and layering them on. So I will be stitching around these. So I came up with, this one's got a little piece of a receipt down there. A little word snippet. This one says sweet. I like how that turned out. And this is, I forget what kind of violet it is, but this is a piece of a label from piano. What do you call that? Player piano music box, and it says something of the violet. So, and I put a V for violet. So I'll be stitching around those. Then when I was tidying up some stuff, I found these tags. Where's my other tag? These were from these like cush ball heart things, and when you squeeze them, they flashed a light. And I kept the tags because I thought they were kind of fun. So I just, again, this one I had little bits of fabric and lace and a button. I covered front and back just in case I wanted to, you know, add some paper on top to use as a tag, like a little journal spot or something. So basically just did some collaging. But I'll just continue working on this one. And I've got some other tags because, you know, not everybody's going to be able to find those kinds of tags. So I thought, oh, we'll just visit, do a little craft. And I'll be stitching around these as well. I did stitch around one to make sure I could do it. This one, because I knew once I've stuck that button on, there'd be no stitching. So I stitched around the little scrap of fabric too. When I came in here this morning, I had to refill my this one. What is this called? Sugar Bell. I had to refill this. I had glue everywhere. Oh my gosh. What a mess. Which makes me sad because that Fabri-Tac's not cheap. So I got some other tags. This one, I'm going to grab some book page. This was from a it was a knapsack I bought. I had to think about that because I haven't been anywhere. What was this for? This is kind of cute, but not for the style of journals I make. Even though I'm going to probably sew around this, I'm just going to go around the edge with a little bit of art glitter glue. Yeah, when I travel, I like to travel light, so I don't take any baggage that needs to be checked. I just pack carefully and just take a knapsack. I'm cutting that off because I want to fold this so that it'll dry with the fold in it. And this was a clothing tag. This one I feel pretty comfortable that it'll stick. I'm just going to put it on there a little askew. This was, I bought a towel at the Paula Deen store in Savannah. Savannah was one of my favorite trips. I've been there twice now. What I wouldn't do to be in Savannah right now, I'm telling you. Had enough of winter and Corona. Oh, I didn't do the center. I got out my Valentine stuff the other day and put up my little decorations, and one of them was this towel, and it still had the tag on it. So I kept the tag. I gotta get a coffee. Oh, I'm raring to go now. Oh. Just looking for my little ruler. Should have got that first. Oh well. No harm. I'll just use scissors. Let that dry for another second or two. Sometimes it's hard to get in. Oh gosh, he's so noisy. I don't know if you can hear him or not. He's singing the song of his people. So once these have a base, I mean, they can be used in lots of different ways. I could have stamped on them or done a little more collage. Probably that's what I'll do. Like I did on this one, I collaged a couple of different papers on it. Some music paper and some the address off a letter. We watched a movie a couple weeks ago. Oh, can't remember what it was called. But it took place in Savannah. It wasn't a very good movie, but we watched it anyway. There's lots of movies that are made in Savannah because it's so beautiful. It'll come to me. I didn't recognize anybody in it. Never heard of it before. I think it was an older movie. Okay, I want to punch this hole before I put the... Oh, that's not what I want. Where's my... so that I still know where that hole is. Okay. Anyway, it wasn't, to tell you the truth, it wasn't really a place I had thought of ever visiting. But we were going on a trip to Charleston, and one of my coworkers said, if you're going to Charleston, and we drove. Did we drive? Yes, we did. We drove. If you're going to Charleston, drive another 2 hours and go to Savannah. And I said, all right. So we did, and boy am I ever glad. Oh, and it was such a break from winter. I'm killing myself thinking about it. Okay, I want to keep your little... I mean, I could I could punch my own hole in afterwards, but I think it'll be a little more stable if it's where the old one used to be. And that way I'm not putting new holes in that aren't supported by the card. So I've got this old due date. Ooh, I could probably get both on here. I think I will. Last night I continued to work on those buttons. Remember I made those altered button cards? So I had a big freezer bag full of buttons on cards. So last night I took a look through them. The ones that had buttons on that I was not going to use, I cut those off. And the ones that I was going to use, but I wanted to put something else underneath, well, I cut those off too. At the Paula Deen store. They have a restaurant there. I can't remember what the restaurant was called. We didn't try it out. We just went to the gift shop there, and Doug got a T-shirt, and it says on it, this is my Eaton shirt, and it had printed on it. It looks like it's got grease spots all over it. So that's his Eaton shirt. All right. Now you, what are we going to put on you? This is a page from an encyclopedia. So I'll use part of that. Another trip that we went on that I would give anything to be right now was St. Augustine, Florida. We had such a good time. We had a beautiful hotel. And again, very historical, of course. I think it's the first city in North America or something like that. Anyway, we went to the Fountain of Youth. Neither one of us are a day younger, but we went. It's this time of year that we really start feeling kind of down in the dumps. Oh well. Just gotta keep plugging along. It's starting to get a little lighter outside. Pretty much morning now. Yeah, 7:26. Oh, bone folder. I don't know why I try to put that pin in when it's so far away from my face. I can see that hole still, so. There we go. I think paper is just a little sticky. Okay. Oh, shoot. Oh, I put it on upside down. What a waste. Oh my word. What the heck was I thinking? Nancy. See, I'm not even capable of doing the simple projects. Ugh, I can't complain. I have been sleeping much better. Okay. What have I got here? Official rules of canasta. gonna do a couple of things. Why not? And ladies' girders. Nancy. All right. You. There we go. So it looks like it has kind of a shaky edge. Anyway, all that to say, I've just been playing with stuff. So I think I'll put some pants on. The sun's finally up. Slip over to the office, grab my laptop, see what all my people are doing. And I'll check in again. Hopefully by then I'll have finished these little tags, gotten the sewing done on the other ones, and I'll be able to come back and show you. Take care.